Have you ever looked at older folks in Japan and just been amazed? I mean, seeing people in their 70s and 80s moving around with so much confidence and strength, it's incredible. And you know what? It's not just luck, and it's definitely not just genetics. There is a method to it. So let's dive into this explainer on the simple but really powerful exercises they use to protect their legs for life.
And this is where it gets really stark. You've got this huge gap. Over in Japan, staying mobile and strong into your later years is just the norm. But here in the West, we often see leg strength take a nosedive after 50. And tragically, falls become the #1 reason people lose their independence. But here's the thing. This is not an inevitable part of getting older. It is absolutely a gap that we can close.
So you gotta ask, right? How do they do it? What is this secret that keeps them so strong on their feet for so long?
Well, the answer is way simpler than you'd think. It's not some magic pill or hidden genetic code. It's a method. It's built on consistent, mindful practice. And the best part? Absolutely anyone can learn it. So let's jump right into the first exercise.
First up, we're talking about heel raises. Now, this exercise focuses on a part of the body we often totally forget about, but that Japanese longevity practices treat as a top priority, our calves. In fact, they're so important they've even got a special nickname.
And here's why that nickname is so perfect. Just think about it for a second. Every single time you squeeze your calf muscles, you are literally helping your heart pump blood back up your body, fighting against gravity. If those calves are weak, that pump just isn't doing its job. That can lead to poor circulation, feeling unsteady, even that awful heavy legs feeling. So the takeaway here is huge. Strengthening your calves is absolutely non-negotiable.
So here's the move. Stand up nice and tall, and hey, feel free to use a wall or a chair for a little balance if you need it. Now slowly rise up onto your toes. Hold it at the very top for a second or two, and then, this is key, lower yourself back down with complete control. The big thing here is no bouncing. Make it a slow, intentional movement. This one simple action will make your walking feel smoother and boost your balance like you wouldn't believe.
Okay, moving on, we've got a powerhouse trio of exercises coming up. Think of these three as your personal anti-fall task force. They're designed specifically to build that rock-solid stability and coordination that can stop a fall before it even has a chance to happen.
First in this trio is something called slow, mindful walking. Now, this has nothing to do with getting from point A to point B. It's all about awareness. By slowing way down, you're retraining your body's natural walking patterns and basically reconnecting your brain to your feet. And that connection is absolutely essential for good coordination.
And the best part? It's so easy to fit into your day. We're talking just 3 to 5 minutes. Walk much slower than you normally would, and just put all your focus on the feeling of your foot meeting the ground, your heel touching down, rolling through the arch, and then pushing off with your toes. It's a seriously powerful practice for your body and your mind.
Next up in our stability trio, the wall squat. This has got to be one of the safest ways to build some serious strength in your legs. It targets the exact muscles, your quads, your glutes, that you need to power yourself up from a chair. But the best part is, it's super easy on your joints. No stress on the knees or the back.
It's exactly what it sounds like. Just find a wall, lean your back against it, and slide down until your thighs are almost parallel with the floor. The goal is to just hold that position. Start with maybe 15 seconds and see if you can work your way up to a minute. You should feel a really good burn in your muscles, but never any pain in your joints. This is what makes getting out of a low sofa or a car so much easier. And rounding out our stability trio is something that sounds almost too simple, just balancing on one leg. But don't let the simplicity fool you. This is incredibly effective. This one action forces all these tiny little stabilizing muscles in your ankles, your knees, and your hips to wake up and get to work. These are your body's emergency responders, the very muscles that fire in a split second to catch you when you trip. You'll want to start near a wall or a chair, just in case. Just shift your weight over to one leg and lift the other foot just a tiny bit off the ground. Try to hold it and work your way up to about 60 seconds. You know, a really great tip from Japan is to do this while you're doing something else, like brushing your teeth or waiting for your coffee to brew. It's such a brilliant way to sneak in that balance training without even thinking about it. All right, let's get into our last two exercises. These are all about building that deep, foundational strength. We're talking about movements that create real, functional power in your legs and core, all without any of that jarring, high-impact stress on your body.
First up is the horse stance, or kibadachi, and this one comes straight from Japanese martial arts. This isn't just a workout move, it's a posture that's all about being grounded and stable. It teaches your leg and core muscles to handle tension for longer periods, which builds incredible stamina and the kind of power you need for everyday life.
So you get your feet nice and wide, wider than your shoulders, and then you bend your knees and lower your hips like you're about to sit down in a very low chair. The real key here is to keep your back straight and your chest up. Just hold it for as long as you can. Maybe you start with 15 seconds and aim to build up to 90. And again, you're looking for that good muscle burn, not pain in your joints.
And our final exercise, the resting squat. In a lot of the world, this is just how people rest. It's a totally natural position. But here in the West, we've kind of replaced it with chairs. Bringing back this deep squat is a total game changer for keeping your hips, knees, and ankles mobile, all while keeping your leg muscles switched on. So the idea is to sink your hips down toward the ground as far as you can while trying to keep your heels flat on the floor. And listen, if you need to hold on to something at first, that is totally fine. This isn't about reps, it's about getting comfortable in this position so you can hold it for a couple of minutes a day. It will do wonders for your overall freedom of movement.
So, there you have it, 6 really powerful exercises. But it's so important to get this isn't just about the exercises themselves. It's about a bigger idea, a philosophy, really. And it all comes down to one word: freedom.
Because that's the end game here, right? Strong legs mean you have the freedom to just live your life, the freedom to get up out of a chair without even thinking about it, the freedom to walk through a park without being afraid. It's the freedom to protect your independence, to protect your quality of life for as long as you possibly can.
So, the ultimate takeaway, the one thing I really want you to remember from all this, is this simple but profound truth. Start small, be consistent, and remember that with every single heel raise, every second you hold a squat, you're not just building strength, you are investing in your own future freedom.